Hi, I'm Jen Hernandez in Northeast Pennsylvania, and I would like to take you back 105 pounds ago, which is actually less than 2 years ago, about 19 months now. And the woman who I was 19 months ago, I was a zombie, basically. I mean, I worked long hours, and I would come home from work and I would just turn on the TV. I'd hide under blankets away from my husband, and I would just curl up and watch TV till late hours and then sleep in, missing so much life. When it came to family gatherings, I would hide from pictures because I did not want to see myself in the pictures. I was just at a really low point, having to buy clothing because I constantly was growing out of my clothing, gaining about 70 pounds from 2015 to 2016. What changed for me was I ended up I first did a whole bunch of medical tests. My doctor and I were sure there was something wrong with me, so lots of blood work, lots of ultrasounds and exams, and hundreds and hundreds of dollars later found out that I was not even pre-diabetic. This was another low moment for me because that meant that I didn't have something to blame. It was all on my choices. So I was scrolling through Facebook and I ended up seeing this invitation to join a meal prep group. It was a mason jar group, and I remember thinking, well, what could a salad hurt? Thankfully, I said yes, and I joined the group, and I evicted 85 pounds over, over like 14 months, 13 or 14 months. And when I was at our annual conference, they were announcing this new mindset nutrition program that was coming out, that would be coming out in spring. And I remember thinking, oh, that'll be great for some people, but it's not something I need. I mean, I'm on my way to losing 85 pounds. Why would I need that? And so I remember not confessing, I was not too excited. And then I got asked to be part of the super secret test group. I knew that that was like a once in a lifetime opportunity, and then I had to give it my all, and I had to check out what this was all about. And so being a part of the 2BMINDSET, I was so blessed and so graced with some like one-on-one, like real live time and conference calls and things like that with Alana. And hearing her story, all of a sudden I was floored because I realized so much of her story was mine. Prior to evicting the 85 pounds I did with our traditional programs, I, for 20 years, was on a roller coaster. I would use pills and patches, you name it, the juicing, carb diet, like you name it, I have done it. I wish I could get back the thousands of dollars that I invested in quick fixes and crutches that ended up taking me to a point, but then I would end up gaining back more than I lost, and just in this repetitive cycle. And Alana herself had evicted 100 pounds, and just hearing her story and her sincerity, I knew this was going to be something. I didn't realize just how much of something it was going to be. And I dove in and I said, okay, open mind, Jen, let's see what this is all about. I was floored that the first 12 days I evicted an additional 14 pounds. I've released another 32 pounds thanks to the Mindset Nutrition course. And more importantly than what I have released as additional weight is, for the first time in 20 years, I am not scared about regaining this weight. I have not used crutches the last 2 years. I haven't used any pills or patches anymore. I'm not harming my body. I'm not depriving myself. For the first time, I can go to a party. I can go out to dinner. I can travel. I can go to any event and not be scared as far as what choices to make. I know how to ask myself the correct questions thanks to this mindset course. And I know how to look in and decide, is this going to be a weight loss day? Am I going to be silly today? Am I going to indulge in something from the past? And more importantly, I have learned so much about myself. So, for example, something that I have found since participating and using this nutrition course is I found that for myself, when I don't sleep 7 hours, I tend to be more snacky picky. And so it's harder to stay on track and make a healthy choice when I'm tired. So I realized that's when I crave. I can also tell you when my monthly friend is coming. I can tell you how that affects what I'm going to want to eat and how I can still have a successful week. I have just learned so much, and like I said, more importantly, I've now evicted 105 pounds, but more importantly than that weight that I've lost, I've gained the confidence. I'm no longer hiding from my husband. I'm not hiding from pictures. I'm not hiding from life. I'm not missing out. I'm being a role model for my 7-year-old son. I'm positively encouraging and influencing those around me. And besides that, I'm no longer scared. Food does not control me anymore. I honestly didn't realize how much food was still controlling me when I was following our typical programs. My husband would say that Sunday was prep day, but it was also stress day. And I didn't see it because I was just seeing my results and I was learning my good habits and replacing the bad habits with the new ones. But what he saw is if I didn't weigh or measure exactly, if I went a little bit over or I didn't have an ingredient into the recipe, that I would panic like that meant the whole week was out the window. That stress is now gone. My prepping is cut half of the time because now it's just a matter of I make my big bunch of veggies, I make my big bunch of proteins, I know what carbs I want to have, and I just pack things up every morning, and now I prep like I call it a bulk buffet. So it just has really eased things in my house. It's eased things for me, and it's made it fun. Like I enjoy that. Everybody who's watching me on social media knows that I've evicted 105 pounds. So I see them watching me. Oh, she's going to a party. Is she going to eat cake or isn't she? You know, how's she going to handle this situation? And so being able to feel comfortable and not feel like I have to miss out or feel like I'm depriving myself is huge. I remember the first week that I was in the test group, I started the test group while I was out of state. I was across the country on the West Coast in Oregon, and I started watching the videos and I started applying the principles day one. This is something that you can start day one and start finding success and start finding those healthy moments and start realizing when were you habitual eating, when were you emotional eating, when were you, and realize how much you're letting food control you. Guys, food's going to be in your life for the rest of your life. There will always be food. There will always be parties, always be pizza, always be cakes and ice cream. Like these choices are choices you're going to have to always face. So why not invest in yourself and take some time to learn what are your triggers, why you're eating what you're eating, and how you can replace them to make them be healthier and have you feel better and release some of the control that food has on you. I think this program is for everyone, whether you have a lot of weight to lose and you can't work out yet, whether you're in maintenance mode and you just need to have a healthier relationship with food. This program is for you. I sincerely believe it from the bottom of my heart. I wish it was mandatory and that all classes across the United States, the UK, and Canada would watch this program and would take advantage of this program and just learn how to have a healthy relationship with food and find success while you're doing it. Another thing that I have come to find for myself is I've realized that every time that I failed and regained weight, it was because I didn't learn how to properly handle and get over where I was. And so by taking this nutrition course and digging into the community that I have found that I'm not defined by my past failures. I don't have to go back to where I was 20 years ago. I don't have to regain the weight. I don't have to stress and fret about parties. And so it's just been so much more of a journey for me than simply losing weight. And hopefully I would love to talk to you more. If you have questions, you can comment them below. I'd love to share more information with you because truly this is something that I feel that anybody can use. And of course, there's always a 30-day money-back guarantee with our company, so you're in the right hands. Like, worst case, you gave it a try, but I'm going to challenge you and I'm going to say, give yourself 1 year. I gave myself 1 year. When I got started, I was close to 300 pounds and I didn't think that I could do it. I honestly didn't believe in myself. Now I still can't even believe that I'm down 105 pounds. I catch myself in pictures and I do a double take. Like, is this me? Like, I have so much more confidence. I'm having such a better time with my family and my friends. I'm such a stronger woman and a stronger mother for the investment and the time that I've taken in myself. And as a first step goes, this Mindset Nutrition course is a perfect first step. So I just want to invite you to take your first step. Draw that line in the sand. Stop letting somebody else decide what you do and what you can do. And worst of all, stop letting your past failures hold you back, because you are not defined by them. You can do this. You absolutely can. And I would love to invite you to do this now. I know you'll wish you would have.